Hi guys, Rio here, and let's continue with our rifle. We need to do something about these, alright? What we could do is actually cut it, or we could actually drop some screws in here and create a groove in the middle. That might be actually a good idea. Let's grab a cube, because what I'm trying to do, guys, is create like a slidable lock, if you know what I mean. So let's just snap it in here and, rotate it with, what I call them, with control. And let's see here, let's grab this cube in here. This is not really perfectly aligned, right? So align it with shift, because there's no other way to do it. Scale it and scale it like this. And wait, this is too long. There we go. And now let's see, let's apply the scale and let's cut it in. And do something like this. Let me see. Let's see if we're in the middle, because it's important, right? So we should be in the middle. Another question is, do we want to slice it, or do we want to cut it? I think what we want to do is actually slice it first. So Control slash and make this smaller. Now let's select this one and actually apply this, okay? Because in fact, do not apply it yet, just move it above. And this one too. Just move it above. Let's think about it. So what I want to do here, right? Let's create like a groove in the middle. So first of all, what I want to do is Shift D this one here, because we want to be using this on the other one before we do anything. In fact, you know what? Not yet. Let's grab the face here, Shift 7, and we need another cube in the middle here, okay? So what we need to do is move this cube to this geo. So move the cursor and this one to the cursor. Now let's align it to the face and let's rotate it more or less so it aligns, and then scale it. It needs to be really small, but it needs to be also really aligned, okay? So make sure this thing is aligned. What we can do is literally grab this one and this one and copy, let me see that, grab this one and this one and copy rotation. Okay, so now let's grab this and go to Shift 7, orthographic, and now we can actually rotate it on Z. Whoops. We can rotate this one on Z by 180. No, by rotate it on Z by 90, right? There we go. And then actually extend it and cut it. And that's what I want. So SXX and make it actually narrower. So come on, SXX, there we go. And now what we need is we need this copy of this one, right? Shift D, make it a little bit longer and go to top view. So Shift 7, could be a little bit confusing, but then RZZ90, okay, and make it smaller on every axis except from Z. So Shift Z twice and move it here. So Z, right? GZ, right? And then let's actually use this one as a cutter, right? To cut this, okay? This one. So SXX, let's make this one smaller. There we go. And this one doesn't have to be that big either. So, and we want to cut this one, okay? So Control minus, right? And then we need to apply array to this modifier. and offset this this way and increase the count, and there we go. And let's see, we can actually rotate it, so let's make it a little bit shorter. So make it a little bit shorter and move it up, and then RX, no, YY, yeah, it's on Y, so rotate it and move it closer, yeah, like this. There you go. And that's what we want. And now we're gonna move this boolean on top, so it's actually shades properly, okay? Perfect. And now let's actually remove these booleans, right? Move them to, actually no, do not move them to cutters, because what we need is this cutter. So let's actually apply the bull tool. Where is this cutter? This one. Apply the bull tool, right? Okay. And we need to apply the bull tool. So let's apply this data and apply the bull tool. Perfect. And now we're gonna sync this in a little bit. So where is the GZZ? There we go. Sync it in a bit. Perfect. And we're gonna create like a slider on top of it. So another geo cube, and you know, rotate it, make it smaller, copy rotation from this one, and GZZ, whoa, GZZ, make it smaller, top view, Shift 7 to grab the top face, Shift 7, SYY, something like this. This needs to be, you know, kind of shallow, so not really that wide, okay? And what we're gonna do is actually create an indentation here, GYY, and move it outside here a little bit, and then let's see that. Let's grab these, apply scale, and literally round them up. Same with these ones, round them up. And let's do the same thing with the whole thing. So just round it up like this, perfect. And we need to mirror to the other side. So mirror on y-axis across this. And we need to smooth it. So auto smooth, shade smooth, and it's peachy. And now we need to create some kind of a indentation for a finger. So let's grab a cube and make it smaller, and copy rotation. One more time. Control C, sorry. Copy rotation, and make this smaller and rotate it on Y, and move it up a little bit, and apply scale, and then create something like this here. And let's see, GZZ, and make it longer. So wait a minute, SXX, I think. Now let's cut it, so Control minus, yeah, something like this. And we're gonna move this one on X here. There we go. So GXX, and hide it. And then we're going to apply a boolean. So I'll move it to the top, and we're gonna apply a mirror, bevel, and angle 3 segments, and we're going to apply weighted normals. And let's actually see, where is it? Here. That's pretty cool, but we need to bevel this one, right? So unfortunately what we need to do is, you know, select all this and we need to bevel it according to weight. So like this. That's the only way to do it. And then we're going to actually apply the mirror. So apply the mirror and Bob's your uncle. And that's our slider. Perfect. So now let's actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's grab these, move them to cutters, and we're going to parent these three. So Control P and object keep transform, right? And before we move it, we're gonna create some holes, okay? Because that's what we need. So we need some indentations here, guys. So cube and make it smaller. Copy rotation. And go to top page, top face. Skeleton Y. Move it in here. Make it smaller. Now where I want these notches is probably somewhere here. So rotate it a little bit and literally just cut it. And I want to do the same thing on the other side. Before I do that, I want to rotate it. So S, X, X, and rotate it like this. And then we're going to mirror it to the other side. So mirror on X across this, right? Perfect. And we want to move it down. So GXX, move it somewhere here and rotate it on Z. So like this, okay? Perfect. And we want to move it to the top. So let's actually Shift 7 this. And let's actually shift this. So Shift D and move it on the X and rotate it and literally move it in here. Closer, I think. Y. There we go. And we can leave it like this, you know. We don't need screws actually. This is pretty cool, I think. This is pretty cool. So now what we're gonna do is actually apply everything, okay? So apply the bool, apply this bool, right? And this is a mess, right? I think. How this bool is running. Yeah, we forgot to fix this. Now you see, let me show you the mess if you actually do not do this properly, right? You see this edge? This is what is pulling all these, right? So what we need to do is we need to simply run this along here. The bottom doesn't really matter, however it will help, okay? So I'm gonna run a knife in here, and actually I will run a knife on the bottom as well, okay? So I'm gonna run it from both sides just to, you know, enjoy life. And what I'm gonna do very simply is select all these faces. It is an easier way to do it, so you don't have to remove the edges, just to select the faces. And we're gonna merge it into one. So because it's like the other half, right? So simply press F and it's gonna merge it into one face. And this one is one face together with this, I think. I hope. And we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. So come on. Yep, you need to select all these. So just grab these and this one. And press F. And we're done. And what we're gonna do now is actually, what we could do is we could, Christ almighty. What we could do is actually bevel these. So let's see. Select these and Shift G direction, it should select all of them, hopefully. So now let's see, Control B, yeah, there we go. It's gonna bevel them all, just checking nothing nothing unnecessary selected, and we should be fine. So where is this origin point just messing up with our rotation? Shift S and to geometry, and there we go. Now we can rotate it properly. So let's see. I think we're looking good. It's breaking a little bit in here. I think, okay then. Yeah, we need to remove these. So select all these. And I think it's gonna be the same thing on the top. No, it isn't. Just press F, it should be fine. Probably the same thing on the bottom, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now what we can do is we can literally move this whole thing, right? Where is it? This one. Correct? Okay. So let's select immediate children, okay, and then the parent, and then Shift S, origin to geometry. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to Shift D this and move it in here, and we're going to remove the mirror, right? And we're going to remove the mirror, and we're going to this one doesn't have the mirror. Perfect. So now we're gonna select this one, Control C and copy rotation, Control C, copy location, and where is it? It's underneath. So go to side view and move it on top and remove this one, and we're gonna simply scale it to position, right? So you think it's XX or something? Yeah, it's XX. So literally what we need to do is just scale it, right? Let's grab these two and go to, because the rest is gonna scale with it, okay? So let's go to Shift 7 face mode, and literally we're gonna scale it to fit, because I can't be bothered to do this again for this side. This is easier. So we're gonna manually scale it, okay? So SX, sorry, and move it in here, and Bob's your uncle. So then we're gonna drop it, GZZ, then we're gonna drop it in, and everyone is happy, kind of. GZ, GX, no, GY. Right. Now we got some problem in here, so we need to fix it. We can fit it later, but see, this one is actually causing us grief because it's not deep enough for the... I'm going to move it up, so GG, and literally slide it up. And we're going to align these ones with this, so Alt A and to the top, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. Sorted. And do the same thing for the other side, so select all these and GG until it's, you know, sorted, and all of them got moved, which is perfect. All right, so now let's go back here and let's fit it in, shall we? So let's go to local, let's grab everything actually so you can see it properly, and let's align to face, and let's, you know, let's properly align it now. Scale it a little bit and align it here, scale it a bit more and align it here. You don't have to be super precise, but grab occlude and grab these and GG and move them in. These ones are a little bit, should be a little bit this way, so outside, and it's inside of this mechanism, I think, or not? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, fine. This is, for some reason, I think the problem is here that this one is a little bit bent, because this angle is bent. So maybe that's why it's not completely GZZ and move it down, and then GXX, move it to this side, and GZZ, move it down, and G. This should be actually a little bit to, this should be moved a bit to the top. Let me see that. But if I do this, so GZZ to move it to the top, and then simply what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create an illusion of depth here by simply moving these down. See what I mean? Sorted. Because you can't see the depth, right? You can see deep, how deep it is. So GZZ. I think it's literally higher on the left and on the right. So what we could do is rotate it on R like this. I mean on X, sorry. And this should solve the problem. Again, you know, you don't have to be super accurate, but it's faster than actually cutting the original one because it would be just too annoying. So this should sort our problem, I think. And we also need to fix this one, right? Because this one is the same as the other one, gonna have shading issues, so we need to fix it. So in this case, you know what? Let's just do it fast and grab all of them. And literally move them up, so GZZ, and move them up and sort it. So, and it's mirrored to the other side, so we're good. Okay, now we do have to clean this, unfortunately, the parents, so Control P, and this might actually shift. Object, keep transform. It will shift a little bit. Also, this one needs some cleanup because there's something fishy going on in here. Ah yes, the bevel is set to bevel weight, right? So there you go. And grab these two and literally gonna rotate them because it's just easier to do it this way. So rotate them like this. X, Y, yeah, on the Y-axis. Just fit them in, it's okay. And GXX and move them down, and we sort it, more or less. See, this one is actually bloody crooked. It's not really straight. Let me see this. I think the other leg is simply at an angle, and this creates a bit of a problem. So if I'm gonna align myself to this one, yeah, that's what I thought. So let's actually Alt-Z to look through the mesh, and I'm gonna select everything. So in fact, select everything and deselect this one. And this one is actually rotated, but these aren't, right? So let's select these and the one in the middle, no, this one. The small one, this one, right? And let's rotate them like this. And this should fix the problem. This one is more or less aligned, so see, it's shifted, but it's okay. Now you cannot see. We cheated the nature. Alright, and this one needs some fixing too, because the bevels are set to B weight, so B weight, and there you go. And this should be it. Alright, and we need to copy this one, mirror it to the other side, because there is no mirror. So mirror and on y-axis across this. Okay guys, that's it for this part. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.